This story is all about 3 words: detained, engaged, and deranged. After all, love makes you do crazy things. A North Carolina man named Shane Archie recently proposed to his girlfriend. He wanted to lock his partner down after pretending to get locked up. Archie decided to host a birthday party for his girlfriend, but he had much more than just cake planned. He walked up to the backyard party with his hands handcuffed behind his back. He was followed by a bigger man who looked like he was wearing a gun and a badge. Basically, someone pretending to be a police officer. Obviously, his girlfriend was shocked. She thought Archie was being arrested. When the chaos escalated, Archie pulled out a ring from his pocket, freed his hands, and asked his girlfriend to marry him. The girlfriend was shocked, to say the least, but eventually she said yes. The proposal was certainly dramatic and imaginative, but it's half as outrageous as many other proposals. In 2011, a Chinese man asked his girlfriend to marry him with a bizarre stunt. It involved 48 of his friends dressed as carrots. In 2012, a wealthy Russian businessman faked his own death before proposing to his girlfriend. Doesn't that make the usual down-on-one-knee stuff sound too basic? But testing if death does pull a couple apart may be taking it too far.
Love for a football team betrayed this longtime fugitive. Now look at this man. He could have been any other 60-year-old Neapolitan. He was sitting in a restaurant on the Greek island of Corfu, draped in blue regalia of SSC Napoli, celebrating his home squad's soccer league title. But here's the catch. He isn't just anyone. This is Vincenzo La Porta, one of Italy's most dangerous fugitives. He's thought to have close ties to the Camorra gang, an organized crime ring in Naples. He evaded capture over a decade ago. He was convicted in Italy for criminal association, tax evasion, and fraud. Since then, he's been in hiding. Well, until the internet gave him away. A photograph of La Porta celebrating circulated online. Now, we get that it was Napoli's first win in the Italian championship in over 3 decades. But maybe when you're a fugitive, resist celebrating? Come on, that has to be Crime Gang 101. But La Porta didn't, and his picture alerted police to his location. He was intercepted on a motor scooter and finally arrested after being on the run for 11 years. He's now in jail and awaiting extradition to Italy, after which he's due to serve over 14 years in prison. No one can sum this up better than the police already did. They say, what betrayed him was his passion for football. Let's talk about artificial intelligence. It's everywhere. It's helping people with their homework and writing poems for their lovers. Also suggesting recipes and meal plans. A New Zealand supermarket recently leaned into this. It started using AI to generate recipes. The supermarket created an AI-based app as a way for customers to creatively use up their leftovers. How does it work? People enter various ingredients, and the app auto-generates a recipe.
Sprinkle the chocolate chips and chopped nuts effusing on top of the condensed milk.
Along with some jovial commentary, may we add. Sounds like a useful idea. After all, there's a cost of living crisis. But remember, AI is involved here. So obviously something has to go wrong. Now let's be clear. Users say the app was usually quite useful, but sometimes it would suggest wacky recipes, like an Oreo vegetable stir-fry. Sounds and probably tastes weird, kind of like Maggi samosa or French fries and ice cream. But weird isn't the end of it. Customers began experimenting with the app just for laughs. They added more household items on the list, and things got freaky. The app began churning recipes for disaster, or may we say death. Here are some recipe suggestions. Mosquito-repellent roast potatoes, bleach mocktail, ant poison and glue sandwiches. And hey, don't forget the cheery commentary. The app suggested an aromatic water mix that could create chlorine gas and called it the perfect beverage to quench your thirst and refresh your senses. It even asked users to serve the beverage chilled and urged that they enjoy the fragrance. May we mention here that if one actually does enjoy the so-called fragrance, they would inhale chlorine gas, which can cause lung damage at best and death at worst. So this could very well be the last thing they ever inhale. Doesn't seem worth it. The supermarket spokesperson reacted to this trend. Safe to say, they were disappointed. They had hoped people would use the app for its intended purpose. Well, what were they thinking? A cocktail of AI and humans, if left unregulated, things are bound to go wrong. So finally, the supermarket has said that they are tweaking the app, or fine-tuning as they call it. But truthfully, the app needs more than that. The supermarket also increased user age on the app to over 18. They even issued a warning notice, which says that the recipes have not been reviewed by a human being and that people should use their own judgment. Basically, use the app at your own risk. If the smoke alarm starts buzzing, remember that it isn't just cheering you on. Well, one thing is clear, at least for now. Chefs need not worry about AI stealing their jobs.